Hello everyone and welcome to this here video on this Volkswagen Corrado. This car has had an engine swap. It has an AGU engine in it, or an AGU rather than a BAM engine which everyone chucks in the wardrobe and stuff. This car, or the VR6 at least, but I believe they're all pretty cool, was voted on the top 25 cars you need to drive before you die. So let's have a quick look around this mighty beast. So of course it's got a 20 valve turbo from a Mark IV Golf in it. It looks pretty damn sick. I just love these lights. I like that it looks slightly conservative, but it actually looks it looks a bit depressed at the front, bless its soul, but I do love it. It's like those weird, it's like a conservative but weird industrial design. I really just don't understand why it looks so weird, but it looks really, really cool nonetheless. Anyway, so of course, if you know, these were introduced in 1988 and were produced up until 1995. Of course, you have the VR6 range top of 2.8 litre, I believe. This car has some wonderful mats as well, but we'll get to them later. One of the coolest things about this car, which I didn't actually know until I researched it, is I can't close the door, is this epic rear spoiler, which raises at 62 miles an hour over here in Europe and 45 in America for some bizarre reason. Like they have like some sort of special privilege that their spoiler goes up and down, obviously a bit earlier than ours. But I just love it just looks so conservative, and I think the back just looks mean and very menacing, especially with these two here. I just think it just looks great. Obviously we've got the exhaust test. We need to do our exhaust test. I actually touched that. So yeah, obviously it's a 2+2 coupe with 4 seats, naturally, because it's a 2+2, and it's a sport compact. It's like the car you get on GTA where you can't really afford a supercar yet, but you end up with something pretty cool, and you keep it until the end of the game, because it's been with you through the whole of the game, the campaign where you're sitting there crying and peeing yourself and drinking Lucozade, and you just keep it because you're emotionally attached. So let's move on to some other stuff. So we're in the interior now, if you didn't know, and I am first of all miffed because this, I thought you could turn the ABS off, but it doesn't look like you can. So pressing that, it might be because the car's had an ECU change or something, it's been blanked out, but these are not buttons, but these are buttons and they're incredibly clicky, so we'll include a clicky sound of that shortly. I like the way this dash is raised out. It's sort of like it's very focused on you. This is different to a Golf, I believe, inside. I'll show you a picture. It's definitely different to a Mark II Golf. Of course, you've got your glove box where it's got all these ECU and stuff. It looks like why does it remind me of a Raspberry Pi for some reason? It's a bit more powerful than a Raspberry Pi, I can imagine. Obviously, you've got your temp gauge, your boost gauge for your AGU engine with its turbocharger, 20 valve turbo, obviously, 4-cylinder, so 5 valves per cylinder. I just think this interior is quite good. The only sort of criticism I would have is the hazard light placement is a bit weird, and the hazard light button does not feel very... Well, then again, actually, I can imagine if you're like, I broke down shit. You know what I mean? So, yeah, that's a bit weird. And also, curiously, the vent is the little dial thing. It goes to square, so you're either person with arrow or square, and that is quite a satisfying clunk in the background. But yeah, the interior is quite nice, and this handbrake feels a bit flimsy. This gearbox, the throw is so short. I don't think he's changed anything to do with the box, but the throw is incredibly short for that. That's quite nice. It's a bit better than the Skyline's throw. The Skyline's throw was a bit big, but obviously this isn't the stock steering wheel. Stock steering wheel photo here. You've got this nice headliner that is obviously not stock. That looks brilliant. I need to get him to give me some tips on the Maestro's headliner. These are a bit Spartan, but that's life. You're not really going to be... These are similar to my Fiat Coupe's ones. But yeah, you've also got your mirror controls on here, left and right. How weird is that? It's one of those button configurations where you push the L in and the R pops out. How weird. So you can't defeat it and push 2 in at the same time. Obviously electric windows, electric mirrors that are heated. You obviously have your electric windows. Where is the window switch on this car? Let's find out. Oh, the window switches are down here, which for me isn't like a... That's not my favourite thing. I prefer window switches in the middle. But we've got lovely mats as well. You have a look at them, brilliant mats. So for everyone that wants to know what the back is like, it's not that good. If I was doing the hair test, I wouldn't have any hair. It would just be stuck to the roof line. I would have ruined this really nice roof line. And you've also got these really deep dish seats, so you sort of sit in it, then you slide backwards and end up here. This is a cup holder as well, I believe. Wow, look at that. How cool. They could have at least put some storage. Is this storage? No, it's not. It doesn't look like storage. Oh no, this is the tunnel to fold it naturally. If this was storage, that would be so cool. You've got your tiny little parcel shelf there as well, because it is a hatch. But yeah, the seat rating is not hair rated or hair approved, so if you have hair, don't buy one of these. And you sit in the back. Another thing I neglected to mention was these sort of these door trims. That looks absolutely brilliant with the stitching coming up and around. Look at that. That's quality. This also, by the way, we're not sure if there is something that is supposed to be in here, but it looks like it flips up for possibly a first aid kit. Also, this is 3D printed. Shout out to his family. Brilliant stuff. So now let's see what the thing sounds like. And I'm told it does some banging and stuff. Oh my god, my ears. So I hope you enjoyed this one. This thing's pretty sick. I've always wanted to have a look at one of these. This is like the partner to my Fiat Coupe. It's its epic rival from the time. This was actually discontinued though 1 year after my car was obviously produced, which was 1994 by the way. So as Richard Hammond said, it is a classic and it is an absolutely legendary car, and that is super amazing. I'm just obsessed with that spoiler and the front. So thank you for watching. Keep watching. Shout out this here Instagram for lending me this beast, and see you again.